The next treasure that we pick from his presence is divine encounter. So many divine encounters. Your life will remain the same until you encounter God. Are you understanding me? So many divine encounter. What moves you from ordinary to extraordinary is divine encounter. Satan may have issued a decree over your life. Maybe he has scheduled an appointment with death for you. Once you have divine encounter, the appointment will be cancelled. If there's anything you should look for in your life, it's divine encounter. It is what you find in the presence. The presence of the Lord has divine encounter as a major treasure. Beautiful treasure waiting for you. The simplest definition of divine encounter, in my own definition of it, is just meeting God. A meeting between you and God. That is all. A meeting between you and God. Anytime you enter his presence, prepare for that meeting. The meeting does not happen outside. It happens when you enter the presence. Divine encounter have cancelled death sentences. Divine encounter have taken away diseases that will have killed people. Divine encounter have molded people into what God wants them to be. Divine encounter have shaped destinies. Divine encounters. I told you before, I was a terrible, terrible stammerer. In my family, stammering, they call it stuttering. It's like it flows. My father stuttered. My mom told me my father's brother, the father, all of that stuff. So when we're growing up, we can easily talk. My sisters, the same thing. You cannot believe that my immediate younger sister used to stammer so terribly that she couldn't even talk. Everything was changed by divine encounter. In my own case, I told you the first time I preached, 30 minutes preaching, I stammered for 28 or 25. Until one elder would meet my mother and said, "Did you say God called?" Because they were all tired in that service. Because they were not hearing anything. God, say. They were just looking at me. The women that have a good heart were pitying me. They were wondering, how did the pastor set me up like that? Because when I was discussing with the man in his house, I wasn't stammering. When I was trying to give him, Inan said I was going to share. He never knew I was going to stammer like that. And that event made them to cancel my calling. Let's say your calling is in the hands of men. Me, they canceled my own that day. let's say they were the God who sit in the throne room. Today I will not be in ministry because my calling was cancelled that day. But I kept pushing. One day I was in a meeting like this. A man of God was preaching. I never even knew him too was a stammerer. As soon as he was preaching like that, he just said, it was a pastor's conference. You know, I started attending pastor's conference from age 16, 17. So he said, "Get up and say this." And we all got up and said. And that was how the thing left me. I bought his messages. Whenever I'm listening to them, I receive an impartation that shaped my utterance. Divine encounter. It will take the rubbish you and bury and give you a glorious you. You don't break sinful habit by going to psychologist. You don't break addictions by going to therapy. I don't know who invented that in therapy. We're not hearing it 20 years ago. It didn't emerge. You know, the Bible said knowledge shall increase. So you see people having spiritual problems, even natural problems, that only divine encounter will solve. They say that you go to therapy. Addictions cannot be brought to an end by discussion. Divine encounter settle addictions. You could be addicted to alcohol, addicted to sex, addicted to cigarette, addicted to bang or pang, how they call it, Indian name, or cocaine. Any kind of addiction is terminated by divine encounter. When you meet God, it dies. Do you understand what I'm saying? Saul was like addicted to killing Christians. The guy was very addicted. Whenever he hear praise the Lord, he said, come. You are God. He was the day he met Jesus on the road to Damascus, that thing died. Addiction is not something you walk out from. It's something that should die instantly. If you are trying to walk out of it, to be roping you in. Therapy teach you how to walk out. Divine encounter break it out. Completely kills it. If there's anything you should look for, it's hard to have a meeting between you and God. That's divine encounter. Meeting God. Meeting God. So whatever happens in our meetings, is divine encounter is what we look for. So even if the devil want to destroy your life, divine encounter will construct your life. God makes a table for you in the presence of your enemy through divine encounters. It's not through your calculation. Once you encounter God, Satan leaves you alone. Once you encounter God, diseases disappear. Once you encounter God, witches find their way.